Good day. Today we'll be talking about Juice Perfect's manufacturing strategy and operations. Firstly, we'll look at the macro level analysis, and we concluded that Florida is the worst performing plant out of 6 plants. And then we look at the micro level analysis. We did statistics and analytics to assess asset and material management, and then we created a custom-made simulation model to investigate the possible improvements in factory efficiency. From our findings, we had a few suggestions. The first is to implement alternative forms of packaging. The next is to implement the practice of safety stock to prevent material shortage, and then to perform a sensitivity analysis. Let's understand the business. Juice Perfect has 2 very popular products. They are smoothies and juices for oranges and apples. However, their market share has been decreasing, and that is due to the shortage of bottles, under shipment, and underestimation of labor hours. Next, we'll look at the approach from a macro level first, and then followed by a micro level.
Thank you, Clarence. Looking at it at a macro level, we actually try to identify the worst performing plant out of the 6 operating plants that Juice Perfect has. So we actually made use of 4 metrics. First, availability. Second, unplanned downtime normalized to the size of the plant. Total downtime again normalized, and finally, plant efficiency. Why did we normalize the second and third metric? Looking at the square chart over here, we can actually see that each plant are varying in size, so it would be unfair if we do not normalize metrics 2 and 3. So as you can see from graph 1, the worst performing plant is actually Florida, with the lowest availability out of all the other plants. Looking at graph 2 and 3, for both of these metrics, Florida has the greatest magnitude in terms of downtime in general. And finally, looking at graph 4, this time it is North Carolina that is the worst performing with the lowest plant efficiency out of all the different operating plants. Cumulatively, we actually concluded that Florida is the worst performing out of the 6 operating plants. Moving on, we'll look at material management. On the left, we actually identified the 27-ounce bottle as the one with the greatest mean shortage out of all the different sizes of bottles. On the right, we actually identified the highest frequency for bottle shortage, which is actually the misplacement in warehouse, with a frequency of 15. Next, we actually looked at asset care. On the left, we actually observed that mechanical labor has the greatest magnitude in terms of mean difference. And on the right, we actually identified that labor expertise is actually one of the most frequent reasons for asset delay out of all the other reasons.
Thanks, Timothy. Using the data from the Excel sheet, we have created a tailor-made simulation model to model Juice Perfect's manufacturing processes and operations. This has 2 objectives. First, to verify the conclusions of our analysis earlier on. Second, to investigate possible ways of improving the efficiency and profitability of the factory. This is a video showcasing the simulation. This is a speed-up visual, and you can actually run the real-time simulation using any logic software. As you can see, the lorry arrived with the raw materials into the unloading bay. Forklifts arrived and unpacked these pallets into the warehouse, bays 1 to 10. Following that, workers take the pallets and raw materials and move them onto the staging area, which is a circular platform on the right, followed by the juicing machines, which are the 2 machines on the right, and the packing machines, the 2 machines on the left, before the products actually ship out to the consumer. These are the statistics that we've obtained from the simulation, such as the cumulative production, number of busy forklifts, number of idle workers, machine usage, as well as the mean waiting and staging times.
To conclude, we have identified 4 different pain points across 3 different aspects. Firstly, there's a shortage of bottles and undershipment of products that results in poor material management. And possible solutions to this is actually to use Tetra Pak, which is actually a type of substitute packaging, or actually increase the safety stock of bottles, especially 24-ounce bottles, or to improve the overall demand forecasting. Next, to tackle undershipment, we can actually improve the warehouse operations and increase staging capacity. To target the problem of pinpoint asset care, we can actually maintain a small group of repairmen to actually be on standby for quick jobs and substitutes. And to actually tackle the problems of factory efficiency and profitability, we can actually try to obtain more data, such as wages and other costs, to perform a sensitivity analysis to make a more efficient decision making. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you for your time.